There is a silent dance that happens every day around us. It is the subtle choreography of attraction, where every gesture, every look, and every small action tells a story that words cannot always express. When someone develops feelings for us, even if they try to hide it, their behavior inevitably betrays it through signs that few notice, but that are always present. The whispers of behavior, the dance of time and attention. Imagine your day as a mosaic of moments. When someone is secretly attracted to you, they find creative ways to be part of that mosaic. It is no coincidence that they show up at the cafe where you usually have lunch, or that they always have time to help with that project, even when their days are full. It is as if their universe begins to subtly orbit around yours. The echo of your words. There is something fascinating about how they seem to absorb your every word as if it were precious. That story you told them weeks ago about your first pet? They not only remember it, but they relate it to other conversations, creating an invisible web of connections with your memories. It's as if they're building a mental archive dedicated exclusively to you. The language of small gestures. The most revealing gestures are often the smallest. It's the coffee that appears on your desk exactly the way you like it, without you asking for it. It's the messages that arrive at the moments when you need it most, as if they have a sixth sense for your needs. These aren't calculated acts, but natural reflexes from someone who thinks about you more than they'd admit. The emotional mirror. Notice how their moods seem to be in sync with yours. Your victories become their victories. Your worries become their worries. It's an emotional attunement that goes beyond ordinary empathy. It's as if your emotions are echoing directly in their hearts. Magnetic proximity. There's an almost magnetic force that manifests itself in shared spaces. In groups, they naturally gravitate toward you. During conversations, the distance between you gradually decreases, as if there's an invisible field pulling you closer. It's not a forced approach, but a natural movement, like water flowing to your level. The quiet investment. They invest in you in ways that others don't notice. It's not about grand gestures or expensive gifts, but about taking the time to understand your dreams, your concerns, and even your most peculiar tastes. It's about creating moments that matter to you, even if they seem insignificant to others. The controlled vulnerability. There's a selective openness that develops, where they share parts of themselves that they normally keep hidden. These aren't dramatic confessions, but small revelations that show trust and a desire for deeper connection. It's as if they're letting you read a book that few others have access to. The constant digital presence. In the digital world, they become a constant but non-invasive presence. They're the first to notice your updates, to respond to your stories, to comment on your achievements. It's not stalking, it's genuine interest expressed through modern channels of connection. The touch of the moment. When the touch happens, even if it's accidental, there's a different quality to it. An extra second in a hug, a brush of hands that seems casual but carries a greater meaning. These are brief moments, but full of undeclared intention. The synchronicity of everyday life. Finally, notice how their habits begin to align with yours. It is not imitation, but a natural harmonization of routines and preferences. If you mention a book, they read it. If you talk about a hobby, they develop a genuine interest. It is a way of creating invisible bridges of connection. Conclusion. True attraction is like music played at frequencies that only the heart can hear. It does not need words to be real, nor declarations to exist. It reveals itself in small moments, in subtle choices and actions that, when observed together, tell a story of feelings deeper than words could express. The real challenge is not to identify these signs, but to understand that they are a language of their own, one that speaks through silence, gestures, and the small decisions we make when our hearts are involved. It is a delicate dance between what is said and what is not said, where each movement tells a story of feelings that seek, even if unconsciously, a way to express themselves.